guys, welcome to our channel, Jumping Cities. So today we're gonna do things a little bit differently since it is the holiday time, Christmas time here in New York City. Today we're going to review 3 of the restaurants that we recently went to in the past 2 weeks. We'll start from our least favorite to our most favorite, and we'll also show you some pictures from it. The 3 restaurants that we're going to talk about today is going to be it's going to be the Armani restaurant on 5th Avenue. The second one is going to be the Baccarat restaurant, which is located in the new Baccarat Hotel that just opened up in the city as well. And the last one is going to be more of a classic. It's called Harry Cipriani. They have quite a few locations all over the city, but we went to the one also on 5th Avenue. Right next to Central Park. So our rating criteria for these restaurants is going to be based on 4 different things. So 1, food quality, right? Is the food quality worth it? Does it taste good? Is it fresh? How do the portions look? All of that. The second criteria is going to be the atmosphere. So the ambience in the restaurant. Whether it's really noisy, whether it's too quiet, whether there's music, whether there's mood lighting or no lighting. The third one is just going to be based on the service. So whether the service is good, how are the employees? Are they attentive? Are they looking after the table? Are they cleaning everything? Are they bringing the order on time or are they late? Are they nice and friendly? The 4th criteria is the price. Is the price worth the experience? Essentially, that's what we usually like to rate it by. If we go somewhere and the price is too high for what we just experienced, it doesn't make me as a customer feel very good. So I like to see a rating for that as well. Is it worth it? And then we're just gonna total everything up and you guys will see which ones for us were the best and the least favorite restaurants of the 3 we just went to. So the first place we're going to talk about, actually our least favorite, unfortunately, we just went there a couple days ago, is going to be Harry Cipriani. So this place it's been open for actually a really long time. And like I mentioned earlier, they have quite a few locations all over New York City. But they say it's upscale and fancy. It's an Italian restaurant, for those of you who don't know or can't tell by the name. But unfortunately for us, it was our least favorite on this list. So let's recap some of the things. Our experience there, we went to celebrate an occasion and it was just so busy. I don't know if it's because of the holidays right now or if this is how it normally is, but regardless, I think the customer should come first, and our first impression and first experience, it was not what we had hoped for. So when we came in, there were a bunch, it was all one room. There were a million people everywhere, servers everywhere, kind of running around with their heads cut off. And when we went to sit at the bar, a bar that consisted of just 3 seats actually, people were actually eating at the bar, which is not typically what the bar is used for. So we couldn't even get a cocktail. They ended up making us wait a half hour just to get seated. They took us out into the hallway, into the hotel hallway as well, for us to wait, because as I mentioned, there's no standing room at all in this restaurant. Once they finally got us a table, they sat us in a corner, and all the other tables in the restaurant had nice wood leather seats, and they gave us plastic chairs. When we asked the manager to change out the chairs because this just wasn't part of the experience we expected, he refused. So already we were pretty disappointed with this place just from first impressions. But let's continue. So that as far as the atmosphere part goes, it's really loud. The tables are really close together. You can't hear each other talk. And for this one, we're gonna have to give it a 1 star for the atmosphere. As far as food quality, I think the best thing that they could have done for us is they brought us a basket of bread. I really like to start my meal off with a bread any restaurant I go, just to keep my hands and my mouth busy. So they did give us bread, which was great. That was the first plus, but the rest of it was pretty downhill. We ordered a salad consisting of cucumbers, corn, tomatoes, and avocado. Ended up being that the salad only came with 2 pieces of avocado and cost us $32. So we weren't super happy about that either. It was a really basic, pretty much garden salad that I could make at home for $10. There was no special sauce. They didn't put any thought into it to make it their own. It was just really, really basic. We also ordered the shrimp and calamari fried mix. It was actually pretty good. No complaints there. The calamari came big. It came with a good sauce, so can't complain for any of that. And then we did order pasta as well. My fiance got the bolognese and I got the veal ragu. The biggest thing we didn't like is just how greasy it was. When it comes to pasta in an Italian restaurant, like, I want this to be like their like special sauce, like their best like performance when it comes to pasta, and unfortunately it just wasn't. There was so much oil on the plate and grease that it didn't even taste that good. I felt like I was eating oil while I was eating it. So for me personally, definitely not my favorite pasta at all, not what I expected. And then as far as the cocktails go, again, super disappointing. They say their bellinis are the best. They're not. They weren't fresh. Every cocktail they have contains a Bellini, and all in all, it comes in a really small glass, and there's barely any alcohol in it, and they charge $26 for their cocktails for every single one. So it's overpriced, and I really just didn't understand what I was paying for. So food quality, we're gonna go with a 2. Service also, they didn't check on our table. They didn't ask if we needed anything else. They just kind of brought things out. The 2 tables that were seated after us actually received their main dish before we did. So again, for us, that was pretty disappointing. Also what they do, which for a upscale scene restaurant, I wouldn't expect, they bring out a tray and they do all the plating in the middle of the restaurant. All the waiters do. And that just, I don't know, for me, that just didn't sit very well. When I go to a high-end restaurant, I expect the waiter to bring the plate all ready. I don't want to see them in the middle of the restaurant plating other people's food and my food and such. So for me, that wasn't great either. We gave them a 1 star for service, 1 star for atmosphere. And the price was about $300 for the meal, for 2 drinks, a salad, the fried calamari, shrimp, and 2 pastas. And they automatically include a 20% gratuity, which, you know, that's not here nor there. I understand why, but at the same time, I don't believe the service we received deserved anywhere near 20% gratuity, which was already included in there. So again, for the price, we're gonna give them a 2. I really don't think that meal was worth all that. So to conclude, this restaurant, out of 5 stars, we ended up giving them 1.5 stars average with all of that. The second place I'm going to talk about is the Baccarat restaurant inside the Baccarat Hotel. It's actually in part of their Grand Salon. I'm not sure that's the exact name. It's if you just look up Grand Salon at Baccarat Hotel, it comes up. And the reason we wanted to come here, it's more of a newer, it's a new hotel, honestly. It was just built. Just opened recently. It's supposed to be really high-end, really luxury, really upscale. And same thing, we wanted to go try out the restaurant there. Now, the restaurant, it's all located in one area, and they serve everything from breakfast, lunch, dinner. They have a afternoon high tea, and they also have a bar there that you can go to anytime. Now, one thing to note, we did want to initially go for the afternoon tea, and when we made the reservation online, it didn't give us an option to specify that. So when we first arrived and we said, hey, we want to do the afternoon tea, they told us that they were sold out for the day and that our reservation specifically was for the dinner menu. So, you know, just make sure if you do want to do the afternoon tea, you select specifically, you have to go on their actual website, which is going to be through 7rooms.com, and make the reservation on there for the afternoon tea. Otherwise, based on the time, they're going to serve you breakfast, lunch, dinner, etc. So, but other than that, when we first came in, the atmosphere, the ambiance was really, really nice. Like, you felt like you were in a really nice high-end restaurant slash hotel. So really liked that vibe. You can see in the video, I went all the way over to the bar side just to take a look to see what it looks like. And then we got seated. They seated us next to the window, which was really nice. The hotel itself is right across the street from the MoMA Museum in the city. So it's kind of in the middle of everything, in a pretty busy area, pretty close to Central Park too. But we got seated. Our waiter was really nice. So as far as atmosphere and ambiance and everything, I gotta give it a 5, because it was not loud in there. You can hear yourself talking to your partner. You can look around. It's not crazy busy. And it just, there's nice music playing. They have nice lights all around. It's a really good atmosphere. So definitely really liked that part of it. So we're gonna give that a 5. We ordered our food, so we got some cocktails, which were really good. Can't say anything negative about the cocktails. They were great. And we ordered some food too. We ordered an appetizer, we ordered a salad, and then we also ended up getting, I got some pasta for my meal, and he got a burger. Overall, the food level, I would say it's pretty average. It's not a high-end restaurant, so my expectations weren't super high. It's what you would expect for hotel food, just a little bit better, obviously, because they plated better, plated nicer and everything. But all in all, it's not like a fine dining, high-end upscale restaurant. So food was very average, but it was still very good. So we ended up giving it a 3 because it wasn't something spectacular, but there was nothing wrong with it. It tasted really good. And the cocktails themselves were really good too. Really, they tasted good. They had a lot of alcohol in them that, I think a cocktail done right, if you're paying over $20 for it, it should taste like there is alcohol in it. Otherwise, I would be getting juice, to be honest. So, and then as far as the service goes, we gave it a 3. Our waiter was lost at times somewhere, so we couldn't find them. It took us quite a while to ask for the check. But all in all, the service, he was really nice. He came, he got us what we needed and served us the food in a timely manner. So can't complain there. I gave them a 3 for that, just because he was kind of MIA part of the time. And the price, overall, the price was a 4. For what we paid, I think it was also close to between $250, right around that range. And it's kind of what you would expect. You came to a nice luxury place. At the same time, their kitchen is not 100%, gourmet, but they do what they can, and the atmosphere really makes up for it, in my opinion, and the good drinks and everything. So overall, we gave the price a 4. It was pretty fair price for what we got. So this one, we total everything up, we got a 3.75 stars out of 5. So definitely up there. I think we would definitely go back if we had like some company, we wanted to show them around and we were in that area. I think with the atmosphere, we would definitely bring them around. And next time we do want to try the afternoon tea. So next time we're going to make a reservation specifically for that. So stay tuned. And then last but not least, so our favorite place that we went to in the last 2 weeks was actually the Armani restaurant. A lot of people don't know about this place, and it's kind of a good thing also, because it's a little bit of a hidden treasure, is what we thought of it. I never heard of it, never been there. It's right on 5th Avenue. So there's a Armani store on 5th Avenue, and right on top on the 4th floor, there's a restaurant. And a lot of people don't know about it. They don't really advertise it. Probably if you don't go in the store, you would never know it was there because you can't see it from the outside. But the way we heard about it, we saw another YouTuber actually go there. So we were like, oh, we didn't even know this existed. And we go to a lot of restaurants in the city. So we went there. overall, this place, ended up being really nice. It's one of our favorites. We definitely want to bring our friends back there. Definitely don't have a lot of negatives to say about this one, and we highly recommend this place. So Armani Restaurant, it is an Italian restaurant and bar. It's located on the 4th floor of the Armani store on 5th Avenue. And when you go in, again, the ambience, the atmosphere, I'll start with that. It's very nice. It's very lovely, very upscale. You feel high-end. When we came, I think they opened at 5. Our reservation was for 5:30, so it was barely getting busy. But still, everyone, the staff was really attentive. They asked us, hey, when is your reservation? You know, they sat us down, and the place right away, you feel that it's really nice. All the tables are pretty spread out here, so you don't feel very like claustrophobic or enclosed, like you're in a conversation with the table next to you or anything like that, which we really liked and appreciated. We got seated next to the window again, which was great. We could see 5th Avenue right under us. We could see the stores, the traffic and everything. But it's really quiet. It was really nice. There was nice music playing. And the second thing I'll say is the service. The waiters here, they definitely did a good job. Probably some of the best service in New York City at a restaurant that we ever got, because first, the waiter was really attentive. When I asked where the bathroom is, he actually walked with me to show me exactly where it is. They bring you a little stool to put your purse on, which, funny story, happened at another restaurant. My fiance thought that's for his legs, but it's not. But yeah, they bring a little stool for that. They don't even give you the menu right away. They give you the drink menu first. You select your drinks, and then they give you the actual menu where you're gonna pick out the food that you want. So right away, the atmosphere there, you feel like you're being treated really, really well. And as more people did come in and got seated, the volume level didn't really increase in the restaurant because there's really good spacing and everyone just keeps kind of to themselves. You're not in someone else's conversation. So the ambience stayed really good even after an hour, after more of the tables became full. And our servers, I think there was at least 3 or 4 people waiting on our table, on each table actually. So they'll come by, they'll ask if you need something else, they'll refill your water glass for you. They'll clean off the crumbs with their little metal thing off the table after every order when they see that it's dirty, which was great. So I really, really appreciate that, because if I go to a nice restaurant, I expect good service. I expect to be treated like I am a new customer, like they want me to come back. That's the feeling that I want to get. I want to be treated with respect. So that was great. I think as far as the atmosphere and the service, I both give them 5 out of 5 stars. So to us, that was a great experience. Next, we can move on to the food quality. So we ordered some cocktails. Again, they were awesome. They were really good. Can't complain. Very tasty, very delicious. For the price that they're worth, like, they're great. Can't complain about them. As far as the food, they brought us a bread basket in the beginning again, which I loved. The bread was really delicious. I highly recommend it. I think, again, that's one of my favorite things that I look for when I go to a restaurant, is if they bring me a bread basket. And then as far as the food goes, we ordered a pasta like for the middle to share, and then we each got steak as well, because they don't actually have sides. Their menu is pretty limited, which made it a little bit hard for us to kind of decide what we're gonna eat. But at the same time, all the food that we ordered was delicious. It was really, really good. So definitely, I gave them a 4 stars for that, because even though I couldn't understand the menu really well, what some of the food was, I think maybe we didn't even order an appetizer. We just got a basic salad because they didn't have a lot of options for us. But all in all, food quality was really good. It was delicious. They made the steak really good. The pasta was delicious. The sauce was amazing. Like, everything was really, really good. So definitely a 4 stars for the food. And as far as the price, kind of bang for your buck kind of thing, you could say. The price was a 5. You know, same thing, we paid $300 here, and I would much rather pay $300 here for the amazing experience, the amazing food, than somewhere where they didn't deserve it as much. So this place, I highly recommend it. All in all, it ended up finishing with 4.75 out of 5 stars for our rating that we made. And I highly recommend you go here, Armani Restaurant on 5th Avenue. Go online to make a reservation, and it's really good service. It's a really good experience if you're going to celebrate a nice occasion, anything like that. We also ordered dessert. The dessert was great. They even gave us complimentary chocolates at the end. Their truffles were the best probably ever tasted. So definitely a lot of good feedback from this place, and really unexpected, to be honest, because it's just kind of hidden. No one really knows about it. So, but hopefully you guys enjoyed that. Just to recap, we rated Harry Cipriani, we rated the Baccarat Hotel de Grand Salon restaurant there, and the Armani restaurant, all in New York City, all around 5th Avenue. So if you guys have any questions, make sure you write them down in the comments. I tried to add all the restaurant information throughout this video for you guys. So, but if you have any questions, comments, let us know. We'll be really happy to answer, and I hope you follow us for more. We like to review food. We like to review the places we go. So let us know if there's something you recommend as well. We'll be happy to do that. Thanks.